Hi, in this video we will briefly talk about Islamic perspective on ecological challenges. If you like this video, please like and share and subscribe to this channel. You can also help me out monetarily via PayPal or Patreon, but no pressure to do that. Thank you so much for your monetary support.
Tauhid affirms that humans were created as the best of creatures with the primary purpose of worshiping God. This mandate is a manifestation of the divine will that must be realized through the freedom to act. Humans, as the only beings granted moral freedom, bear an unlimited responsibility in fulfilling this trust. The Quran emphasizes, "Truly, we offered the trust unto the heavens and the earth and the mountains, but they refused to bear it, and were wary of it. Yet man bore it. Truly, he has proved himself an ignorant wrongdoer." When the divine will operates through the laws of nature, it remains neutral and immoral. However, human freedom in choosing to obey God's commands grants them a moral dimension. Therefore, true tauhid gives rise to noble ethics. The deeper one's tauhid, the higher their moral character. In Sufism, ethics holds a central position, as its practice is essentially the manifestation of good character, akhlaq. Ethics in Islam is not limited to human relationships, but also encompasses one's relationship with God, Rab, nature, al-Kawn, and oneself, al-Insan. Maintaining harmony between humans and nature leads to inner peace, ultimately bringing them closer to God. The Prophet Muhammad said, "Indeed, I was sent to perfect noble character."
Thus, practicing tauhid means embodying good character. The stronger one's awareness of tauhid, the more refined his or her morality.
A Hadith Qudsi states, "I was a hidden treasure, and I love to be known, so I created creation in order to be known." This hadith suggests that God created the cosmos out of his longing to be recognized. The verb loved indicates God's will to witness himself through an intermediary. Thus, the creation of the cosmos is a manifestation of divine will and an inseparable part of his existence. The intricate order of the cosmos serves as evidence of its supreme regulator, as stated in the Quran. "We shall show them our signs upon the horizons and within themselves, till it becomes clear to them that it is the truth."
If the primary purpose of creation is for God to be known, then humanity is obligated to uphold his will and implement his decrees in the world. Human interactions with nature must align with the divine will.
Nature, in all its diversity, ultimately originates from a single reality, irada, God's will. Therefore, every element of the natural world holds intrinsic value and purpose, requiring humans to engage with it responsibly, maintain balance, and avoid destruction. The Prophet Muhammad said, "Indeed, this world is lush and beautiful, and God has appointed you as stewards over it, so be mindful of how you act." Thus, awareness of the purpose of creation should guide humanity in maintaining harmony between themselves, nature, and God. Islamic perspectives on nature align with ecological principles, as both affirm that no creature is created in vain. Every being, whether plant, animal, or human, is interconnected within a harmonious ecosystem. The intricate order of nature serves as a sign of God's existence and wisdom, as God states in his words, "And thou seest the mountains that thou dost suppose are solid pass away like clouds, the work of God, who perfects all things." In the perspective of tauhid, God is the ultimate and singular reality, while everything besides him originates from him and remains connected to him. The diversity of nature is merely a reflection of one existence, much like a single face appearing in multiple mirrors. This concept affirms that the sanctity of God flows through all of His creation. Islam views nature not merely as material objects, but as the great book, Mushaf Kabir, where every element serves as a sign reflecting divine attributes. Therefore, humans are required to read and comprehend the divine messages embedded within every aspect of nature.
Environmental ethics in Islam are deeply rooted in tauhid as a principle of unity. The declaration of La ilaha illallah is not only a proclamation of God's oneness, but also an affirmation that all of life is a manifestation of divine unity.
Awareness of tauhid fosters harmony between humanity, nature, and God. If tauhid is neglected, this balance is disrupted, leading to disharmony in both social and environmental relationships. From Sufi perspective, true peace is rooted in tauhid. The unity of existence is not merely a theological concept, but also a social, cultural, and ecological reality. In this regard, the mystical dimension of Islam plays a vital role in shaping a more compassionate environmental ethic. A tauhid-based environmental ethic embodies spiritual awareness in interactions with all aspects of existence. Nature is not an enemy to be conquered, but a partner in the journey toward God. As a medium of dhikr, remembrance of God, nature must be treated with wisdom and respect, as God states in the Quran, "The seven heavens and the earth, and whosoever is in them, glorify Him. And there is no thing, save that it hymns His praise, though you do not understand their praise." This awareness encourages humans to protect and honor nature, for within every element of creation lies a trace of His majesty. The Sufi tradition emphasizes that Islam is fundamentally an ethical message encompassing inner peace, social harmony, and cosmic balance. Islam is a path of surrender to God, where humans as microcosms are united with the cosmos as the macrocosm. Every aspect of nature, both living and non-living, is created with wisdom and purpose. Nothing is made in vain, as God affirms in the Quran. And we did not create heaven and earth and whatsoever is between them in vain. That is the conjecture of those who disbelieve. In the Islamic perspective, nature has three primary functions: as a sign of God's greatness, ayah, as a means of fulfilling human needs, intifa, and as an adornment of the world, zina. As a sign of divine majesty, nature should be a source of contemplation, ta'ammul, and reflection, itibar, allowing humans to attain divine wisdom, al-hikmah al-ilahiyya. By understanding the profound connection between humans, nature, and God, a Muslim becomes increasingly aware that every element of the cosmos is part of a spiritual journey toward Him. Islam views both the Quran and the cosmos as divine revelations. The Quran is the written revelation given to Prophet Muhammad in the form of words and symbols, while the cosmos is a cosmic revelation, kawn, that manifests God's greatness. These two forms of revelation complement each other in unveiling the reality and sanctity of the divine. Nature is a theophany, tajalli ilahi, where God's majesty can be witnessed by those whose hearts are open. However, for those blinded by ego and desire, nature becomes a veil that conceals the divine reality. Therefore, the Quran repeatedly calls upon humanity to reflect on the signs within nature, to deepen their knowledge of their Creator. Truly, in the creation of the heavens and the earth and the variation of the night and the day are signs for the possessors of intellect.
As the vicegerents or khalīfah on earth, humans are required not only to observe nature with their physical eyes, but with intelligence and innovation or basira.
Keen observation of the natural world leads to a deeper understanding of God's magnificence. Through contemplation, comparison, and analysis, humans can discover divine reality in their closest existence. Beyond being a sign of God's greatness, nature is also created to fulfill human needs. Many verses of the Quran affirm that nature is a divine gift to humanity. As stated in His words, He is the one who made the earth tractable for you, so travel the open roads thereof and eat of His provision. In the system of life, humans are merely a small element that is highly dependent on the existence of other creatures. The principle of causality demands that humans maintain ecological balance, as their survival is inseparable from the preservation of nature. This awareness should encourage people to act wisely in utilizing natural resources, ensuring that balance and harmony are preserved. Human existence cannot be separated from the presence of the cosmos. From the moment of creation, humans have relied on natural elements such as soil and water. Soil contains minerals that form the human body, provides a place to live, and produces food for sustenance. The essence of humanity as an extract of the earth signifies that human life is impossible without soil. Furthermore, water is also a fundamental element in human composition, as God states, "And we made every living thing from water. From water, life begins, starting from plants, animals, and eventually humans." Similarly, other natural elements, whether living or non-living, all contribute to sustaining human existence. Ibn Arabi describes humans as the microcosm, al-alam sagir, a reflection of the cosmos, which is the macrocosm, al-alamul kabir. This perspective further reinforces the idea that nature was created for humans, but its utilization must be guided by ethical considerations and limitations. In the history of ecological thought, Lynn criticized monotheistic religions, particularly Christianity, for allegedly promoting environmental exploitation. He argues that religious teachings, which place humans as rulers of the earth, have served as a basis for exploitative actions against nature. While this critique may be relevant to some interpretations of religious doctrine that neglect ecological responsibility, in Islam, the concept of khalīfah, stewardship, actually emphasizes balance. Indeed, it is stated in the Quran, "He made subservient unto you whatsoever is in the heavens, and whatsoever is on the earth, all together. Truly in that are signs for a people who reflect." Such a verse emphasizes that the cosmos, both in the heavens and on earth, has been subjected to humans as a form of divine mercy. However, this subjugation does not grant humans unrestricted freedom to exploit nature. Instead, the verse calls for tafakkur, deep contemplation, and an understanding that everything subjected to human use carries a purpose and a moral responsibility.
In Islam, the subjugation of nature must be accompanied with the awareness that humans are stewards of God, or khalīfah, entrusted with maintaining the balance of ecosystem rather than absolute rulers who can act recklessly.
In other words, God has placed nature under human dominion, but with the mandate to manage it responsibly, with moderation, tawasut, and in balance, tawazun. Furthermore, this responsibility to safeguard nature is reinforced in another verse, "And work not corruption upon the earth after it has been set aright." This demonstrates that while humans are granted the freedom to utilize natural resources, they are also obligated not to destroy them. Thus, the relationship between humans and nature in Islam is not one of exploitation, but of trust, amana, and balance, tawazun. True tauhid includes the awareness that preserving nature is part of worship, as nature is a manifestation of God's signs, ayat, that must be respected and safeguarded. Islam teaches that humans are khalīfah, stewards of God on earth, but not absolute rulers. Ibn Arabi emphasizes that not all humans are worthy of the title khalīfah. This role only holds meaning when humans can live harmoniously with nature and protect it. In essence, nature belongs to God, while humans are merely executors, whose actions are limited by divine trust. Therefore, humans do not have absolute rights over nature, but are obligated to maintain ecological balance as a form of devotion to God. This concept affirms that Islam is not just a monotheistic religion, but also carries a profound ecological message. The awareness of tauhid influences not only the vertical relationship between humans and God, but also the horizontal relationship between humans and nature.
By understanding that everything originates from a single divine source, humans should treat nature with wisdom, viewing it as a partner in sustaining life rather than as an object of exploitation. Thank you so much for watching. My special thanks is for Tim Arus and Sean Wang. See you.